Welcome back to the Cobra Kai Wire. Today I will be breaking down and recapping Cobra Kai Season 4 Episode 2, First Learn Stand. The episode begins with someone building a castle in a video game called Dungeon Lord Legacies. It's pretty obvious that this person has been playing for a long time. The username used is Kenny the Jet 99. Kenny the Jet is a sports commentator and a former NBA star who played for 6 teams: the Sacramento Kings, Atlanta Hawks, Houston Rockets, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, and Denver Nuggets. Or perhaps it could be the pioneer kickboxer nicknamed the Jet. I would say the NBA player is more likely because of how Kenny is skilled in basketball and would spend a good amount of time to become proficient. It zooms out on a person named Kenny, played by Dallas Young. He gets ready for the day in a hurry and plays while he gets ready. It looks like he spends a lot of time in his room because he has posters on the wall, a computer, TV, and a dartboard in his room. The dartboard has a bullseye on his desk, so this shows he spends a lot of time there. Notice one more detail. His bed is fixed. This is probably because of a later detail about his father. After he gets ready, he gets breakfast from the kitchen.
This mortal form has grown weak. I need sustenance.
He's wearing a Dungeon Lord shirt from the video game earlier, so gaming is a big part of his life. He toasts a Pop-Tart and finds a plate of Rice Krispies with candy in them with a note from his mom. While his mom wasn't in the show, the actor Dallas Young actually said recently, while being interviewed by the Cobra Kai kid who runs a great fan channel, that he filmed a shot with his mom. Here's the clip.
Were there any other scenes of Kenny that got cut from Cobra Kai Season 4?
Yes, there was this one scene where I had a moment with my mom. I had a moment with my mom, and I was like starting to get emotional, and I was starting to like just really think about the fact that they bullied me. And it was right after the bullies had me at the park and they tricked me. But because of the story, there was no reason to put it there. There was no place to put it. So I understood whenever they took it out, and it all made sense.
The song that is playing while he gets ready is Gotta Get Into Something by Gary Clark Jr. He walks to catch the bus and he's dancing to the music on his headphones, so he couldn't hear all the kids laughing till the driver sounded the horn. Inside the bus, we see a group of bullies, including Anthony LaRusso. The bullies made fun of his dance and everybody laughed at him. Daniel goes out to the back of the dojo with hand sanders, then he sees that Johnny already electrically sanded the whole deck. Johnny says that Daniel needs to show some respect to his style of karate. Daniel suggests that they should teach each other their styles. Amanda went to one of Tori's jobs to tell her that if she lays a hand on Sam, then she will make sure she won't ever get a job again. Tori yells at a customer and gets fired. A bunch of middle schoolers are playing basketball, and we see Leah for the first time, with Anthony looking at her. The coach calls in Kenny, Anthony LaRusso, and another kid we only know at this point as Thompson. Anthony says that he will cover the ballerina, that being Kenny. Kenny proceeds to destroy Anthony, and Thompson calls Anthony. A fight almost breaks out between Anthony and Kenny when Leah breaks it up. Daniel has Johnny paint the outside of the Miyagi-Do dojo while Daniel drinks a Blue Moon beer, and Johnny wanted to stop wasting his time recoding the dojo in paint. Johnny points out that this beer actually has fruit in it. Then Daniel chops the top of the bottle just like Mr. Miyagi did in The Karate Kid. Then Daniel reminds him that Miyagi-Do is what saved him from Kreese a few weeks before and from the '84 tournament. Robbie teaches the Cobra Kai is more Miyagi-Do when Kreese points out what he sees as a flaw, that every move in Miyagi-Do is a counter move, which means they aren't in control of the fight. The Cobras are. Robbie has Tori practice some of the moves when he sweeps her legs, and Tori takes some of her aggression from being fired out on Robbie. Kreese then calls Tori into his office and tells Robbie to continue the lesson. In the background, you can see the tournament poster, which says it is 2019. This makes it evident what time the show is in. When Tori goes into Kreese's office, he has her tell him how she lost her job. Kenny gets home, and just then he's called by his dad. We learn that Kenny's dad, an Army major, which makes him Major Payne.
My name is Major Benson Winterfoot Payne.
Is deployed to the Middle East with what looks to be the 4th Infantry Division because of this patch. Kenny's mom is always at work and something happened to his brother, so he's pretty much all alone all the time. This is why Kenny games so much. This is his escape from reality. Kenny goes back to playing Dungeon Lords when he gets a message from Princess Leia. Not that Princess Leia, the one from earlier on in the episode. She says, "Hey, it's Leah from gym class. Want to play?" He responds to a message. Daniel has Johnny waxing cars and hand sanding the walkway while he tells him the history of Miyagi-Do. By the end of the day, Johnny is able to perform a kata on the balance board, which seems really good for someone who never did any of this. I'm not sure which kata he performed, but if you know, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. I know that this kata is the same one that they did in the Karate Kid on top of the mountain. Johnny grows impatient about how this won't help him fight. Daniel tells Johnny that Miyagi-Do isn't about fighting, and that Mr. Miyagi said that the best defense was no be there.
You mean don't be there? Guy teaches you centuries of his ancient family karate and you can't help him with his English?
Don't even go there with me, Johnny.
Kenny is really enjoying playing the game when she asks what he enjoys, and he lists some things including cosplaying dungeon lords. Just then it transitions to Anthony and his group of bully friends who are actually acting as if they are Leah and bullying Kenny. They ask him who is his favorite character, and he responds Dr. Scribblebottoms, who you can see right here. Then Anthony explains who Dr. Scribblebottoms is to his friends, and his friends wonder how he knows so much. Anthony says that he overheard some nerds talking about it, but he's actually a lot closer to Kenny than he thinks. His friends tell Anthony to ask Kenny to meet up at Balboa Park. This could be a callback to Rocky Balboa. While Amanda is shopping, she bumps into Kreese, and Kreese tells her that Tori is the sole provider for her family. One of the employees calls her Mrs. LaRusso, which means she is a regular at this location, which also means Kreese might keep a list of the places the LaRussos frequent. Daniel goes to Johnny's apartment to get trained in the way of the Eagle Fang. Johnny blindfolds Daniel and brings him to an old abandoned warehouse from the company Weber Industrial. This is a callback to Daniel LaRusso's original name, Daniel Weber. His name was changed to fit his Italian origins. Johnny says that Eagle Fangs don't wait for problems to show up at their doorsteps. Eagles are leaders and they attack. Johnny said things like automatic transmissions, veggie burgers, and light beer, which Daniel drank earlier on in the episode, are all attempts to make him less of a man. Johnny has Daniel shoveling hot coals and climbing chains like it is a rope, and doing classic Cobra Kai and Eagle Fang knuckle push-ups. Johnny calls Daniel Newark, which is a callback to where Daniel lived before LA. Johnny also has Daniel blocking baseballs from a pitching machine, just like he had Miguel do in Season 1, in one of the best episodes in all of Cobra Kai. Daniel asks if it is a blocking exercise, sensing something from his own style, when Johnny says that this is just hitting it before it hits you. It was really nice to see Johnny root for Daniel. He even yelled at Daniel once. By the end, Daniel was punching the balls instead of blocking to show that he had fully taken on Johnny's style. The craziest thing Johnny got Daniel to do was walk on red-hot coals. The song that is playing while Johnny is training Daniel is Breaking Out of Hell by Airborne. When Kenny went to the park dressed up as Dr. Scribblebottoms, Anthony Lapusso and his friends went out from the back of a bush while filming him on their phones. Thompson said to post the video, and Kenny grabbed Anthony's phone, but accidentally dropped it. Anthony called the group a-holes, and then one kid grabbed him while Thompson kicked him and the other punched him. One of the kids says to bust out some of that Miyagi crap, which means that Anthony would use Miyagi-Do karate to be cool when he had no real interest in it. Anthony got into fighting stance because Thompson called him Lapusso. Just then Kenny escapes from the two kids holding him. Kenny is able to beat them up a chain link fence and is able to climb the fence before they are able to get around. This scene mirrors when Daniel LaRusso tried to climb over the fence in The Karate Kid, except that Daniel never made it over. The only way Kenny was able to fully escape was hiding in a dumpster. After training all day, Johnny takes Daniel out to a hockey game. At the game, Johnny told Daniel he is better than a prima donna, which is a callback to The Karate Kid when Kreese said,
No one touches the prima donna until the tournament.
Johnny made it pretty heated between Daniel and another hockey player who Johnny had thrown out of the game. After the game, the hockey players walk to Daniel and Johnny, but Johnny leaves Daniel to himself against 5 hockey players. When the players talk about Amanda in, let's just say, a not-so-tasteful way, Daniel strikes first and beats the living crap out of the players using Eagle Fang Karate. While he destroys these players, Breaking Out of Hell by Airborne plays, which is what played while Johnny trained him. After Daniel is finished, he paces around just like Mr. Miyagi did in The Karate Kid. Johnny comes back with a pretzel, and Daniel asks him why he left, and Johnny responds, "No be there." At LaRusso Auto, we learn that Amanda had groceries delivered to Tori's house, and Tori dropped them there because she didn't want any pity. Kenny is being laughed at in school because all of the kids saw the video of him dressed up as Dr. Scribblebottoms. This is kind of like what happened to Aisha. Kenny visits his brother in juvie, which we now learn is Sean from season 3, and tells him about how he is being bullied, and his brother says that he knows a guy. This is how the episode ends. I have a theory about Sean, so make sure you are subscribed. I cover everything from news, theories, breakdowns, live, shorts, and more, so stick around for more. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time on the Cobra Kai Wire.